Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud BI Academy. So this is your destination to master SQL, Azure Data Engineering and real-time project skills. So today's video is one of the most demanded topic in the industry, data warehouse integration, ETL versus ELT. So if you are a beginner, so don't worry, you are if you are preparing for interviews, so this video will give you high confidence answers. And if you are already working in data engineering, so you will learn industry level architecture pattern. So grab a coffee and let's begin our deep dive into ETL, ELT and how modern data warehouse are built in the cloud. So this is our today agenda. So we have go through with these topics. First we understand what is the data warehouse integration. Then we explore the ETL with architecture and what are the tools we are using to handle these scenarios. Then we are discussing on ELT with their architecture and cloud trends. And after that, we are understand the key difference between ETL and ELT. And then we move to a short demo to understand like how data lake zone, Azure advanced demos. So these are like theoretical demos. Then in our next video we have go through with the detailed topic. Then how we are monitoring in Azure, like why how like we have creating our ADF pipelines and event triggers. So these are topic we are discussing today videos. And then we have moved to interview questions which are asked by interviewer. So let's move to our first and important topic, what is data warehouse integration. So data warehouse integration means bringing data from different systems like our CRM, ERP system, APIs, databases and IoT sensors file, so into one centralized system for analytics and reporting. A modern organization may have sales data in our Dynamic 365, customer data in our Salesforce, product data in SAP, and these type of other datas. So they cannot analyze until all data become consistent and integrate. So think of integration as a building one single trust version of the truth, a source that business leaders, analytics, and data scientists rely on that. And if talking about the purpose, it is used for reporting and analytics. It helps us to decision making through the data driven decision. So these are the main objective: consistency, cleaning, transformation, centralized storage, and high performance analytics. Now we move to our important topic, ETL overview. So ETL is a traditional and still widely used data integration method. There is a first step is extract, then we have moved to transform, and finally we doing the loading our data. So understand the concept of extract. So we extract data from our sources like SQL servers, Oracle, Excel, ERP system, and CSV files. Then the most important step is transform. Here we are doing data cleaning, null handling, lookup validation, removing duplicate from our data sources, converting formats, doing the calculations, aggregation operation. So everything happened before loading into the warehouse. And last and final step, here we have clean and ready to report data is loaded into our fact and dimension tables. So fact basically our transactional tables and dimension is related to our master table. There are multiple characteristics, so we can discuss it in future videos. So traditionally, ETL help us to transform before loading, and this is best fit for our traditional data warehouses, and it is a strong data quality and governance control. If talking about architecture, so in architecture we have source data where we have extracting data, then through ETL tools, this is the playing main role here. So traditional ETL tools like our SSIS, Informatica, Data Stage, Talent, and Data Stage. So SSIS, it is main focus on data quality and governance. Informatica for robust validation and linkage. Talent is open source and enterprise data integration tool which helps to quality rules and stewardship. And data stays, it is by IBM InfoSphere data stays main focus on governance and compliance related. The so data quality and governance where here we have doing the validation, linkage, auditing, standardization. So imagine you receive a customer Excel file on everyday basis. So you want to clean it, validate email format, remove duplicate, checking missing customers IDs. So only then load them into your data warehouses, and then we are use that into our reporting tool. So this whole process known as a ETL. What are the advantages? So data warehouse always stores clean data. Limitation. So these are the limitation: hardware scaling cost, slow for big data, less suited for semi-structured data, and complex maintenance. So transform happen outside the data warehouse, so scaling is expensive and slow. Then we have moved to our ELT. So ELT is a modern cloud native approach. Here we have doing first extract, then load, and final we have doing the transformation. It means pull data from source, load directly into our raw zone inside a data lake or into a staging area in a data warehouse, and then we are doing the transformation, use the power of cloud compute, Synapse, Snowflake, BigQuery, and Database to transform data. Why cloud loves ELT? Storage is cheap, compute is highly scalable, support structured, semi-structured, unstructured data. Raw historical data preserved forever, easy for machine learning, faster development, and debugging. So, for example, A retail company gets million of website click stream log per hour. So it is impossible to clean such huge volume before loading. So instead, load directly into our data lake raw zone, clean and transform using Sparks or Synapse at a scale. So this is ELT. These are the ELT tools we have using. So Azure Data Factory, it is managing the extraction. Azure Synapse help us to compute and provide the analysis. Databricks is there, Snowflake, AWS Glue, BigQuery. So the main motive is it is it is cloud native transform, cheaper storage, scalable compute, and full data history preserves. Now we discuss the key difference between our ETL and ELT. So basically in ETL it is using before loading, and for ELT it is used after loading. Compute possible in ETL tool, and in ELT we are doing the computation in our data warehouses. Cloud friendly ETL is not much cloud friendly, but ELT is cloud friendly. So sometime interviewer asked the one liner for ETL and ELT. So in cloud environment, ELT is preferred because modern data warehouse are extremely fast and scalable, and ETL is still used where strict preload validation is required, especially in finance and banking. To understand this, so before moving to this, I can show you something. So basically, we have getting three types of data. If you go here, so this is our source where streaming data are there. Then unstructured data we can called image, video, audio, free text. These are no structures, so that's why we are called as a unstructured data. Semi-structured data like our CSV file, JSON file, XML files. So these are the semi-structured data here. Structured data like our relational databases, what we are getting from our SQL servers, Oracle, and our next data services like our Azure Cosmos DB, Dataverse like our CRM data. So these are our source. So sometimes interviewer ask key difference between semi-structured, unstructured, and structured databases. So you can explain them like our streaming data and image video are these are the unstructured data. Semi-structured our CSV files and structure like our relational database. So here, this is the architecture for our Azure. Here we are doing so first we store all the things in our Azure data lake storage, and then we are doing our analysis and doing it means we are doing computations, and then we generate report and share with our clients, and also use these reports into our applications, share databases, datasets. So for example, these are the some example here to understand the easy way. So in if talking about Azure Synapse Analytics, so basically after ingest data, we have store data into our data lake. Then we are doing the computation and present and serve the data. So we have discussed these topics in more detail in our next videos. So now we understand the data lake zone. So this is the heart of modern data engineering. Raw zone, basically there is a no changes, no cleaning, just landing area, and used for audit and ML machine learning and reprocessing things. After that we have moved to curated zone. Here we are doing the cleaned, standardized and business ready things. And this is our DW zone. So we can understand the star schema, snowflake schema. So these are things here happening. Basically, we have divided our table into fact and dimension. So fact is related to our like transactional tables, and in a simple word, there are multiple types are there. And dimension it is like our master data, high performance reporting. And if talking about modern cloud dataware architecture, so I have already shown to you Event Hub. So in Event Hub, we have getting our streaming data, then we store into data lake, and doing through Synapse, we are doing the computation, and then we have served the reports. So these are the tools used in our demo. I will show you into detail in our my next video. So basically, Azure Data Factory, here we have creating a pipelines, and in the pipeline we are doing our transformations, calculations, and in ADLS Gen 2, that is our storage location. Synapse, here we have compute, and then SQL script like transform and validation things. So we are going to with these examples also. I can show in demo in our next videos in a detailed way how we are monitoring our ADF pipelines. Like here we have getting the run status. It means we have a schedule our jobs like every 2 hours we have getting the our product data or project data. So here we have easily schedule our jobs. So we can discuss like how are the types. So when to use ETL versus ELT. So we can simply say that in legacy system we are using the ETL because this is best for the on-premises data to other environment. For cloud, ELT is best. Why store raw data? So raw data we are storing because of audit, reprocessing, ML, ALML operations, governance. Sometimes ask like why what tool perform transformation in ELT. So we can say that Synapse SQL, Snowflake SQL, database, and sometimes ask like why is ELT is faster. So you can say that it is uses distributed compute inside the data warehouses. So that's why it is faster. So in our conclusive video, ELT load first, then clean using powerful cloud compute, and both have their place, but ELT is the future of cloud data engineering. So this is some example. So thank you for watching Cloud BI Academy. So drop a comment if you want complete downloadable code and pipeline. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in next fully demo video. Thanks.